In today's show, we are going to clean this crossbow. Oh, wait a minute. It's not crossbow. I grabbed the wrong thing. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Howdy, ma'am. Howdy, partner. Let me get rid of this. There. Okay. Welcome to Utah Crossbow Hunter, where in today's show, we're going to be cleaning... Did I say crossbow? No. This is not even close to being a crossbow. So, what is it? It's a Ruger PC Carbine 9mm breakdown. So, as you guys know, I show you guys everything I do. So, whether it's cleaning, whether it's whatever, doesn't make any difference. So, what are we going to use in today's show? Well, first of all, we got the rifle, and it's open and clear, and ready to be cleaned. Now, I got cleaners over here. I got some Remington oil here. It's for cleaning, lubricating, and protecting your firearms. I've got rifle handgun bore cleaning solvent, and it's by Barnes, B-A-R-N-E-S, CR10. I got some Hops 9, number 9 gun bore cleaner. And then I have this Hops Elite gun oil, high performance technology, super lubrication, and corrosion resistance, repels dust and carbon. Now, as far as oils and stuff are concerned, everybody's going to say this is the greatest oil, whatever. In my opinion, whatever floats your boat. That's the way I look at it. I have a brush here to help with cleaning. I got a little punch because I'm going to have to punch out some pins. I got my bore cleaning stuff. I got this, well, I don't know exactly what you call it, but it's a cotton thing that goes down your bore, and it also got a little scraper. Now, this is just my personal opinion. That's these little scrapers that go down the bore. They got some harsh brushes on them to clean the carbon and stuff off. Now, if you routinely clean your weapon, I think one of these by about maybe twice a year going down your bore would be good, because I feel that they can scratch up your bore pretty good if you use them on a consistent basis. But today we'll be running this down real quick. I got my Allen wrench. I believe the bolts on these are 5/16 or 5/32 or something like that. So I got one of these. Actually, I got two of them. The big one and the small one. I got my rods here. And I got a little rag. And then I got my cleaning pouches here that I run down and clean stuff with. So let me pull out a couple of these. So you have these on hand to clean. And also what I'm going to be doing, I am going to be changing my scope. I'm just going to be taking this one off, but I'm going to be switching to this Tacticon scope. The reason I'm doing that is I really like the red dot. I really do. But I'd like to set this rifle out to at least 50 yards. So that's why we're switching to this. Okay, so with that said, let me get a tighter group in here so you can see all the stuff that I'm doing. So let me reset my camera and let's get started. Okay, so the one thing I forgot to mention is gloves. You're definitely going to need gloves. Well, that's just my opinion. These one size fit all. I guess they do okay. So the first thing we're going to do is take off the scope. And we'll get this out of the way. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this strap here. And I don't need that on here while we're cleaning. Nice quick release strap. And we'll get that out of the way. Now, in order to take off this barrel, I need to make sure that I'm open up here. My what do you call it? My mind just went blank on there, but you know what I'm talking about. So this has got to be pulled back. And right here is the button. You pull forward and twist, and the barrel comes off. So I'm going to set that over here for a second. So now we just have the barrel. Now, for this first cleaning, I'm not going to take this off. Okay? I don't think it's going to be that dirty. Probably once or twice a year. You know, you want to take this off if you do excessive shooting to clean this off. So the first thing I'm going to do here now, since I don't have to take that off, I'm going to go ahead and clean my barrel and get that out of the way. And you can see the barrel's got some lubricant on it right here, which is great. It's not dry. So I'm going to get my little brush here. And which one do I need? I think it's this one here. Nope. This one? Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if I have. Oh, there we go. And this is not. Oh, I just noticed something here. It's a little bit crooked. Why, I don't know. But let me go see if I can find my other rod piece there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my second rod piece. So what I'm going to do, since that one's bent just a little bit, I'm going to switch them out here. And I'm going to put my two rods together. Okay, then I'm just going to very gently run this down and pull it back. And that's going to be it. All right. I'm really doing good here. I don't have my patch. So I'm going to run this, my patch thing to run down. But I'll run this down, this little cotton piece, and run it through. Clean out that barrel really good. I'm going to do it again. You can feel it rotating in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to put just a little bit of oil, and I'm going to use this Barnes, B8 Barnes, B-A-R-N-E-S, C10, and I'm going to put just a little bit on here. And then I'm going to run it down the barrel. Just to lubricate the barrel a little bit. Run it back. Run it forward again. I really wish I had the little bore. Oh, that looks so nice in there. I think this is a 1/8 or 1/7 twist on this. But that's all cleaned up. Now I'm going to get one of these. I'm going to wipe this off. The part that goes into the receiver over there on the rifle. Just going to wipe this down a little bit. Clean off any grit. And now, put that in the trash. Keep my work area clean. Now I'm going to take another one here. And I'm going to put some more of this, let's see, I'm going to use this lubricant right here. The Hops Gun Elite Gun Oil. I think, if I can get it, oh, there we go. I'm just going to put a little bit here on my pad. And then I'm just going to put some more oil back on here. Wipe some of it down at the same time so it stays nice and lubricated in there. And the barrel itself is done. So I'm going to move that out of the way. Now, we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. Wipe some of this oil off my gloves. Got a little bit here on the stock. Okay. So now, underneath here, there are 2 screws right here that need to be loosened up so I can take this whole thing apart. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull back and release. Oh, just let me do it like that. I think I gotta have the barrel in. Yeah, I gotta have the barrel in. So let me put the barrel back in. Lock it in. Pull back. That should really, there we go. Okay, so it's released. Let's reverse this one more time so I can take off the stock of the barrel. Because I know what I forgot. Okay. Well, this ain't happening for some reason. There we go. I got it. Operator error as usual. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this bolt release. Now these are supposed to be tacked down to about 65 foot-pounds, but estimating them is just as good. Now sometimes they put on some sort of Loctite, and this one has it on there. A little bit of Loctite, you can see it right there. So we're going to clean that up a little bit. There's a little drop on there to clean things up. Now you don't have to put Loctite back on it, as long as, because once you tighten it down, it'll be just sufficient. Okay, so I'm going to set that out of the way. Wipe this down just a little bit. And you can see, I don't know if you can see a little bit of grit on here. Powder, I guess you could call it too. I'll set that out of the way. It's a good idea to have a lot of patches because you're going to need a lot of patches. Okay, so let's take off. Oh, that was kind of not tight, but and I'll take off the other one. You see that was pretty well less than hand tight. Loosen these up a little bit more. And all this should just pop right out of there. Oh, I feel like I got a little bit of screw left on there. Okay. A little bit still left in the back side. There we go. It pops right out of there. And the screws themselves will stay right in there. Okay, so let me give this a quick inspection. Now, if you have the Glock magazine for these, then now would be a good time to change that out if you want to. But I'm not doing it. So we're going to grab a patch here. We're going to not really soak it down, but get a good amount on there. And we're just going to wipe down the insides. Make sure they're nice and clean, residue free, all that kind of good stuff. Just give everything a good. You can see how it's not that dirty, but it is pretty dirty. Powder is a dirty thing. We're just going to wipe that down. You want to do it really good. Now that got dirtier and dirtier as we went. All right, so now we're going to wipe it down. Get another cloth. Wipe it down. The lubricant will stay on. Most of the lubricant will stay on. Just going to wipe it down. Get it really clean down there. Wipe and wipe and wipe. This would be like part 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah, of cleaning your crossbow. I mean your rifle. Get it wiped down. Got a little bit out here, which we'll use our rag to help clean that off. Okay. So you can still see they had a little bit of residue of powder still inside, but it's all nice, clean. Because in my opinion, you're never going to get 100% of the powder out of there. Okay. So the inside of the stock is clean, so we'll move that out of the way. Now, we're going to take the trigger housing off. So all you do for that is take your punch. You should poke right out, just like that. And it doesn't make any difference how you put the pins back in. They're ambidextrous, I guess you could say. So we're going to clean those off. And then when we put them back in, we'll drop a little bit of lubricant on those. The nice thing I like about this Remington, I'm looking at my Remington oil, this Ruger carbine, is there's not that much moving parts. Really to take apart, really just clean. So we got the trigger housing out, okay? And looking that over, and man, that looks just as clean can be. Very, very little residue on that. But we're going to go ahead and wipe that down just a little bit. We'll get another little rag here and put a little bit on the thing here. And we're just going to do a little bit of a wipe down. And your firing pin's right here. You want to make sure that's part of your firing pin. It holds everything together. And I don't believe, yeah, I guess that is clean down there. I'm not pulling anything out, so that looks really good. Without letting go of anything here. Oh. I did a big boo-boo. Okay. So let me try and get this back up. Get that back down there. Don't let go of your firing pin. And I did. Okay. So now I got to get this back up in there. Oh, there it goes. That's where it's supposed to go. Okay, I want to turn the camera off here for just a moment so I don't spend a lot of time putting that back in with you guys. Okay, so the class act that I am, I can't get this back in, so I'm going to have to take it to my gunsmith and have him fix it, because I also, the tab that was on here, yeah, I messed that up too. It flew off somewhere. So I'm going to take this trigger housing into my gunsmith and have them fix it for me. But it's not going to stop us from cleaning our gun. And the one thing you'll notice about this upper receiver, or whatever you want to call it, it is heavy. Okay, now to get the slide out, I'm just going to lift this up a little bit, so a plastic piece. There we go. And I'm just going to lift that up and just slide this out. You want to make sure you go, when you go back, that you're underneath that right there. And it slides right out. And that is a heavy piece of metal right there. Okay, so now we're going to take some more rags here. Put some more hops on it. And clean the inside here. Clean that out really good. There we go, and you can, there is a lot of, well, I'm going to call it a lot of residue in here. Get down in the grooves. And you can see a lot of dust, well, gunpowder that's in there. Clean that all out. Just wipe and wipe and wipe. And wipe down the outside a little bit. Get down inside here, the little grooves. Inside there. Just inside everywhere. And get it cleaned up. All right. You can see that pad is pretty dirty. Let me take another one here. And this was going so good till I screwed things up. Yeah. But I'll take that trigger housing to my local, well, you actually can see the city, and have them fix that for me, that trigger housing. Because some people just get a little bit of overzealous in cleaning. And one thing I'm not seeing here is them cleaning anywhere, which is a good sign. Okay. Now, what I'll do before I put it back together, I'll just put a little dabs of oil here and there. Alrighty. So we'll set this aside. And now we are going to clean this bolt. See how it looks. Again, I don't see any signs of wear on it. Other than a little bit of, well, I got some right here, the shiny. A little bit of wear here, a little bit of wear up here. Just go ahead and take that off there. Wipe it down. A little bit of wear underneath here, which is normal. Normal wear. So don't get too panicky on that. I put a little more on here. And we'll clean this off. Clean, clean, clean. Now you can use your brush and just run it back and forth. Or you can just take your little handy dandy wipes here and clean it. What I am going to need, let's see, where is my, there it is. Need to wipe down the rail down here. Just a little bit. Okay. And got some of that powder cleaned out of there. Wipe it down some more. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Clean, 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 clean. Okay, now I'm going to wipe it all off. And you see that nice big thick stack I had is down to nothing now. So I just want to keep a whole bunch of those around. Wipe it down. Okay. Move that one out of the way. And the last one here. And I'll wipe down the other part of the bolt action. Just wipe it down a little bit. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to start putting it back together. But before I do that, I'm just going to put a little drop, a couple of drops right here. Way too much. Wipe it in. Get me another set of pads that can drop down. There's a little bit too much there. So we're just going to wipe some of that off. Now I wiped off too much. All right, there we go. Rub a little bit down in there. I'll top it off a bit there. Now we're just going to slide it back on. There we go. Now we're going to put it back in there. It's just what I'm going to do is I got a little bit of oil right here, so I'm just going to just wipe just a little bit on the rail here. All the way around. Anywhere there's going to be contact, I'm just going to put just a dab. Just a dab. I'm going to get my rag here to wipe this, spread this around down here. All right. And then I'm going to put a little dab down in here. All right. Now we got plenty of oil in there. And we're going to slide this back in. With that, pull that in, and bingo. That is done. Okay, so normally I'd be putting the trigger housing back in, but as you guys know, I am an idiot and I mess things up. That would go right back in there, and then we'd call it a day. But I can't call it a day. I gotta have this trigger housing. Oop. Careful not to lose the pin. And get that back in there. I'm going to put this in a plastic bag. So I don't lose anything. There we go. Okay. So, let me go ahead and put this back on. And it went on this side here. Drop the screw in there. Put the screw back in the charging handle there. And just rinse it in there really, really tight. There we go. All right. So, since I screwed up, let me readjust this camera here real quick. Okay, so I think I'm cutting my head off a little bit, but I got my rag here. I'm just going to kind of wipe this down a little bit, the outside, get some of the excess oil off. But I'm also going to take off my gloves to make sure I don't get excess oil on here. Okay, so you can see I'm just going to be a part 2 of, putting it back together because I screwed up. I mean, it happens. You try your best not to screw up, but you end up screwing up somehow. And I did. It is what it is. Okay. So you will make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. Leave me a comment, share these videos. Yeah, so you definitely want to hit that subscribe and notification so you know when I'm back putting it back together again. Yeah, oh, I don't want to do that. So, lesson learned from me. Careful with your trigger on these Remington. Oh man, I'm having a rough day, rough morning on this Ruger Carbine PC 9mm, but it's a great little gun. So when I get that taken in and get things fixed, when I get it fixed, we'll jump back on here and get this done. We all make mistakes. Alrighty. So with that said, remember, hit that subscribe button. I remember trying to get 2,000 subscribers before my son's birthday, which is in September 1st, which this video will probably come out later this week, I think. Or whenever. I don't know. I just put him in the thing and do a bunch of mumbo jumbo and put dates in, all that. Yeah, that's boring stuff. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. And remember, these episodes are dedicated to my son, and see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter.